Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestor started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Ah. Bom dia pra você também. Ah, ficou faltando uma coisa nessa memória aqui, ó. Nem sei o que foi aqui.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
O load é muito rápido, aí ela sempre vai me dar uma dica e eu
trust you're well rested.
não consigo
Ready
escutar.
for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
That they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Os 2 últimos templários sabem da nossa existência e estão nos esperando. Não necessariamente nos esperando, mas sabem que estão em perigo, né? Então, aquele mesmo esquema, liberamos uma espada nova, né, nosso presente do mestre. Ele acabou de entregar pra gente. Deixa eu ver aqui agora locais que a gente tem que ir. Jerusalém, Acre. Em Jerusalém a gente acabou de ir, né? Damascus e Acre. Então, galera, seguinte. Eu vou para Damascus primeiros e deixo Acre pro final. Vamos para a sede dos assassinos. Farei aquele mesmo esquema. Farei uma primeira sincronização com vocês aqui. Aqui, ó, essa daqui. A gente vai fazer essa sincronia. Saio para dar uma explorada e voltamos exatamente na missão para assassinar, né, o cara aqui de Damascus. Estamos em Damasco, né? Vamos fazer essa sincronia aqui, ó. Tá logo aqui na frente. Já li o chat, quer dizer, um segundo. Você pra eles não me derrubarem daqui. Ai! Cara, foi muito quase. Foi muito quase. Vamos fazer essa sincronia. Perfeito. Mais uma área para explorarmos e fazermos a missão principal, galera. Então, aquele mesmo esquema que estamos fazendo com vocês. Uma área bem menor do que as outras, né? Temos apenas 7 pontos de sincronizações, mas com certeza teremos bastante missõezinhas secundárias aqui. Volto com vocês na sede dos assassinos. Vou explorar essa área aqui com vocês. Volto pra gente continuar a missão principal do game. Então fica com o vídeo aí e bora. Salve, guys! Voltamos. Explorei essa parte aqui. Vamos seguir para a missão principal. Né, a sede dos assassinos está aqui na frente. Vamos ativar uma das nossas missões que faltam. E bora, tá aqui dentro. O FPS deu uma caidinha. Padrão.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallam has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Saladin's chief scholar?
Yes, he's turned the other scholars of the city to his cause. Together they intend to work a great evil.
How?
They're collecting the city's knowledge, all its written words.
For what purpose?
To destroy them.
And where will this be done?
They move throughout the city, but first they meet at the Madrasa al-Qalasa. If I go there, I should find Jubair.
Excellent work as always, Altaïr. You can stop him before he has a chance to strike again.
With your permission, Rafiq.
Of course. You're free to begin whenever you are ready. Bring glory to the Brotherhood, Altaïr.
Top.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Vamos abrir o mapa. E a missão tá no meio desse local que a gente explorou. Então vamos, 90 metros daqui. Bem easy. Ô, louco. Ah, esses doidos são chatos demais, velho. Na moralzinha.
What's he doing?
I'll have your head! Now. Give up! You've nowhere to run!
Vamos acertar a pedra, vamos acertar a pedra, quer ver?
Come quickly! Don't let him get away!
Ô, louco, mas a missão é ali em cima e eu não posso... Ó.
Away with it! You won't die here! Won't get away from me!
Eu não entendi muito bem, mas tô compreendendo. Pronto, guys, não estou mais procurado. Eu fiz um corte pra você, só pra gente terminar de fazer a procura aqui.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good. Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Sim, Rufão, primeiro. Tem que matar todos? Do jeito, parece que sim. Posso matar na faquinha. O 2 também é bom, cara. O 2 também é bom pra caralho. Esse chegou a jogar, mas é muito bom também. É o jeito que tá fazendo o jogo, tá só aqui. A multidão vem atrás de mim, né? Esse jogo aqui agora. Podia ser na fact em si assim.
Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla tem uma missão exatamente igual a essa. O objetivo do cara é ser exatamente igual. Da mulher, na verdade. Eram duas pessoas nas duas. Eu discordo, Rufão. O charme do jogo é isso. Não é... O que a gente faz aqui não é... A gente não muda o passado, a gente recria memórias pra estudar o que foi essas épocas. Então eu acho que pra mim o charme do jogo é exatamente isso que você queria que tirasse. Mas é a opinião, no caso. Bosta, velho. Beleza. A cidade tá procurando a gente, mas só da gente deixar de ser procurado a gente consegue finalizar a missão. Valeu, Murilão. Um grande abraço pra você, meu velho. Boa noite pra você, viu? Tamo junto. Vamos finalizar.
Altaïr, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altaïr. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. When the Animus shows you are being watched by an informant.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men, Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altaïr.
Nessa faca. E vamos, aquele mesmo esquema, guys. Teremos uma viagem rápida aqui na frente, com certeza. Mas estamos encaminhando para o último. Último dos 9 inimigos em Acre.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock.
Chegamos, vamos abrir o mapa. É um local até grande pra gente explorar, né? Vamos fazer a primeira viagem rápida com vocês. Finalizarei o local e volto com vocês pra gente continuar o último, né, objetivo do game aqui, o alvo no caso. Finalizar essa sincronia aqui com vocês. Beleza. Beleza, mais uma sincronia. Vou fazer aquele mesmo esquema com vocês, fazer aquele cortezinho de leve, só para finalizar a exploração do local aqui. E faremos a última missão com vocês, galera. Volto com vocês na sede dos assassinos e bora. Salve, salve, guys! Voltamos, fiz toda essa área. Vamos continuar novamente para a sede dos assassinos. Calma. Foi bem de boa, guys. Foi até mais rápido do que eu esperava. Levamos 40 minutos numa área grande dessa. Só a parte da água ali que é foda, porque o personagem não sabe nadar, velho. Faz tudo que vocês estão vendo aí, mas não sabe nadar, velho. Eu vou continuar aqui.
Greetings, Altaïr. What news?
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
Yes, I've learned as much, and more.
Continue then.
Sabrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Muallim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altaïr. Altaïr.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Beleza. Vamos abrir o mapa. E a missão é a perto das águas, galera. Vai ser bom. Tudo que eu precisava, velho. Vai um pouquinho de água. Meu personagem toma banho não, viu, galera? Imagina a caatinga dele debaixo desse sobretudo aí, velho. Desse manto aí. Nossa, imagina a caatinga, o sebo. O cara não toma banho, viado. Ele não pode molhar não, porque morre. Tem alergia à água. Mano, não quero briga não, vai. Não quero briga. Fica de boa. Você fica daí, eu fico daqui.
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre!
Caralho.
Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work.
Il finira bien par te montrer. J'en suis sûr. Je connais ton visage. Tu ne m'échapperas pas.
Cara, esses inimigos aqui vai se fuder,
Alors
velho.
restez aux aguets. Tu n'échapperas plus.
Eu acho que eles também são alérgicos à água, galera. Oh! É! Tô rezando, Pai Nosso, que estás no céu, santificado seja o vosso nome. Venha a nós, vosso reino, seja feita a vossa vontade. Agora, galera, é usar minha habilidade de parkour que eu tenho. Tô bom pra caralho esse jogo aqui, velho. Moralzinha mesmo. Eu vou passar isso, se você me empurrar, eu vou comer seu cu.
You're not supposed to be here.
caras que estão aí nas costas. Olha lá, tá vendo? Tá me vendo, tá me vendo. Outro tá me vendo aí. Calma, eu tô chegando. Calma. Ó. Agora se eu subir aqui, ó. Vou pra esse barco. Beleza. Tá dando certo, guys. Ali, ó. Quem tá me vendo, velho? Vou bater na galera, tô nem aí. Bom, eu fui lá na água, quase tomei no cu com você, e você tá correndo. Foi mal, esse foi um civil. Foi mal. Caralho, cara! Deixa eu matar o líder de vocês lá, pô. Volta aqui, cara. Cara, tu corre muito, viado. Toma. Cara, eu dei mó volta na água.
Don't do this.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
O machão sempre vai embora quando tá morrendo, né, velho? Esses machão. A primeira coisa que ele falou, você tá com medo? Você, claro que tô com medo, porra. Mas você não tava um machão, todo mundo te olhando, os caralho? Pior que... Ah, tá fechado aqui porque a gente não pode entrar, eu esqueci. Pior que todos eles morreram falando a mesma coisa, né, velho? Morreu acreditando na causa deles e com toda a certeza do mundo que o que eles estavam fazendo não ia acabar. Tem que esperar esse ali descer, ó. Desce daí, mano. Você é corno, não é morcego, não. Sai daí. Isso. Não tem como, tem que ficar aqui dentro ainda. Ué, quem tá me vendo, velho?
Altaïr, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Muallim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafiq. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altaïr, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Vamos lá.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
Tem que ir com ele lá onde ele tá? Não. O áudio tava meio alto, o áudio do geral. Eu não escutei o que ele falou comigo, velho. Várias conversas foram assim, velho. Áudio meio alto no geral e conversa extremamente baixa comparada ao som geral do jogo. Amanhã é seguinte.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Eu gosto até hoje, seu Nando. Um abraço, Linkzão. Tamo junto, meu irmão. Boa noite, meu velho.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover.
Amin, my student, we have much to discuss. We are close, Altaïr. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The piece of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altaïr. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altaïr. Such thoughts are poison and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altaïr. It's time to finish this.
Então será que é agora que a gente vai pegar aquela última sincronia que falta na memória de Jerusalém, então? Na nossa memória de Jerusalém faltou um pedacinho de coisa lá, que deve ser isso, então. Pegamos nossa espada novamente. Pode crer, top. Estamos exatamente como começamos o game, guys. Mano, não esqueçam de ligar a legenda no YouTube, tá, guys? Eu mesmo editando, eu vou procurar saber das falas que eu não entendi, das palavras que eu não soube no meu vocabulário curto do inglês. Mas vamos para Jerusalém novamente. E temos uma coisa pra fazer lá que deve ser exatamente o que falta. Chegamos. Opa, exatamente. O último local aqui, ó, pra fazermos em Jerusalém. Temos uma sincronia. Vamos fazê-la. Não é pra cá, é pra cá. E eu vou explorar esse localzinho aqui, final do mapa. Não sei do que se trata e o que tem. Eu já achei basicamente que tinha acabado tudo isso. Em questão de exploração. Mas, né, pelo jeito temos mais esse pedaço. Galera, a gente deve estar mais ou menos com umas 10 horas e meia de gameplay. Pra vocês do YouTube, eu devo cortar essas 10 horas e meia, tirando as explorações, né? Devem ter um total de 5, 6 episódios no máximo a série. De 50 minutos, 1 hora no máximo. Então vai estar bem, curtinha pra vocês. Vai estar bem bacana pra quem vai assistir no YouTube. Sem encheção de linguiça. Direto ao ponto. Claramente cortando o básico da exploração. Mas deixando pra vocês a historinha base do game. Que por sinal é bem bacana. Então, basicamente, guys, aqui onde estamos agora é onde faremos o último local de exploração de Jerusalém, que é o que faltava, né? Então vamos abrir o mapa. Temos algumas coisas para fazer. Volto com vocês aqui na área da sede dos assassinos. Fiquem com o vídeo aí e bora.